What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with another review for Ready to Love Season 7, Episode 2, Tickle My Pickle. So you guys, before we go ahead and get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel, and you guys aren't yet subscribed to the channel, do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss Ready to Love, shall we? All right, you guys. So this episode, we see the singles and they are getting together for brunch, right? Whoo, baby, that food looks so good. I would have been more focused on that food than the singles. I'd be like, what your name is? Oh, been eating my ass off because, baby, that food looks so damn good, right? The one thing that I want to say about this cast right here, the ladies, beautiful ladies. And I'm not saying that any other cast that I've been watching, the ladies aren't beautiful, but these ladies are very, 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 very beautiful, right? Only thing that I have an issue with this cast of ladies is the makeup. The makeup is bad. It's because the makeup is not translating well on camera. Because some ladies' makeups, I don't know if it's like their foundation or what, because it just looks lighter than what they are. Some of their makeup is just too light, right? So at one point in this brunch mixer, we see Marcia. So Marcia was sitting with Blue and I don't know who else she was sitting with. I know Blue sat down. She asked Blue if he had any animals. Blue said he got a cat, right? And he said at one point he had a monkey. Marcia, in her interview, I was like, girl, did you hear what the man said? Because she was like, she only likes monkeys on Instagram. She says, I don't know if the monkey's still alive. I said, ma'am, he said that he don't have the monkey anymore, so you ain't got to worry about if that monkey's alive, right? But hey, it is what it is. So, all right, you guys. So Nephew Tommy comes in, and I got a surprise for y'all. I tell y'all to stay on your feet, right? Well, we just had to say goodbye to Dre and Natasha. Is that right? I still haven't heard these people's names yet, right? So, yeah, we lost 2 people. So we're down to what? It was 16 people, right? So we're at 14 people. Yeah, 14 people. So Nephew Tommy got a surprise and a curveball for each one of you right now. So I've decided to add 4 more sexy singles to this mixer. I was like, 4 more people, right? So we've added 2 women, 2 men, right? The 2 women, the first one, both of them look, I'm like, damn, they look good, right? So Jonique, we were introduced to Jonique and we were introduced to Cynthia. Now Cynthia, baby, Cynthia looks good. And then we were introduced to the 2 new men. I'm gonna say his name is Fabrice because I don't think that's his name, but I think that's what his name is. Fabrice or Fabrice. It's too close to Fabrice. So that's what we're gonna call him, Fabrice, right? And Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony when you look at Mark Anthony, he actually looks like John, what is that guy's name? The black guy from Bridgerton. He kind of looks like him. I can't think of what his name, John Reggae, something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The black boy from Bridgerton. Mark Anthony looks like him, right? So Tommy tells the men that this week the power is with the men. So you gentlemen will be sending one of these beautiful ladies home this week. I was like, oh. And then I've also set up a date for the men to meet up with the 2 new ladies and the ladies to have a group date with the 2 new men. So group date, I wouldn't want no group date, but okay. So yeah, we see everybody mixing and mingling. Z, I kind of got Z a little bit, but I didn't understand Z because Z was upset. She was talking. Z was given very much to Sia from Ready to Love. Was it DC or was it Potomac? No, Tasia was from DC, right? Remember when Tasia was in the bottom, that first at the mixer, in the next episode we saw Tasia was asking all the men why was she in the bottom. Well, Z was doing that, and again, some of the men were getting rubbed the wrong way, right? Actually, let me pause here, you guys, catch my breath, and we're gonna move forward. So, you guys, Jonique, something like that. She comes off as a hood girl, but she's a very pretty girl. Andre. What the FUC to the K is up with this hair? This little tendril that we seen right here, and then at one point I saw he had some hair back here. It looked like it was supposed to be a mohawk, but it was nappy. Andre, just cut it. Them prices way too high. You need to cut it. This hair is a mess. You need to cut it. Please cut that hair. Oh God, it's a mess, right? Is her name? I was about to say, child, we're gonna have to call her Corvette, because I mean, I don't think I know that's not her name, but every time I see her name, I just want to say Corvette. So Corvette, girl, when you sat down with, I was just about to say John Paul, but his name is Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony. When you sat down with Mark, is that a first and a last name together? I mean, a first and a middle name together? Or is that just his first name, Mark Anthony? Because it was hyphenated. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. What was I talking about? What was I saying? Oh yeah, Corvette. Are you looking for a sugar daddy? Because she was talking about she wants to be spoiled, and I'm like, it's giving that you're looking for a sugar daddy. But okay, I mean, I ain't got no issues with that, right? I have no issues with that. Andre, he was, mixing and mingling with a lot of people. You know, something that I've noticed with this season already, that a good majority of these people have children. Cynthia has children. What's her name? Jeffrey has children. I'm gonna talk about Jeffrey right now. So I noticed in the first 2 episodes, Jeffrey is versatile when it comes to her look, because she never looks the same anytime that we see her, and I like that about Jeffrey. So yeah, Jeffrey has kids. Cynthia has kids. The nurse practitioner, Anthony, he has kids. He has a daughter. Blake has kids. A lot of them have kids. I noticed that with this season, that a lot of them have kids. Now, child, Febreze, he says that he's 44 years old. I was like, 44 where? You want to add maybe 20 years to that? Because you look about a good 64. And he's Haitian. I was like, wow, I thought he was Cuban, but he's Haitian. I will say he's a complete turnoff, for damn certain. He's a turnoff. Let's pause here, you guys, and move forward. So you guys remember I told you about the group dates, right? So Cynthia and Jonique, I forgot how you say her name. They went out on a group date with the men. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I absolutely hated that date. I hated that date for a multitude of reasons, right? So Tony asked Cynthia what her type was and said, don't say that everybody's your type. She says, well, everybody's her type, right? Now, she did say that she likes them a little bit tall, smell good, dress good, XYZ, right? So Jonique, whatever her name is, we'll get it eventually. She joined, right? She came off a little bit haterish, just to me, because she was talking about the fact that she was on a date with Cynthia. I'm like, but girl, you're the one that's late. Just because Cynthia had already got there and had the conversation with the guys, it wasn't the best conversation. Let's keep it real. These guys are surface level. So I don't forgot who the hell it was, but one of them asked her, can she see herself dating an alpha male? I was like, oh my God, why do y'all always come up with this alpha male bullshit? Like, somebody tried to tell me once before that I'm an alpha male. I'm like, I'm not an alpha male. I don't consider myself an alpha. I consider myself someone who knows what he wants, and I am a go-getter. I'm determined. I'm persistent. I have a little bit of dominance to me, but I also know how to be, so quote unquote submissive, right? But because that's what they're saying, they want, can you be with an alpha male and can you be submissive? Do y'all know what the word submissive really means when y'all say it? Submissive, because I feel like when it comes to these alpha male, when it comes to the whole alpha male, it's more so toxic masculinity, and you want to hold on to those old archaic thoughts and ideals of what a man is and what a man should do. Submission does, and I think they feel like a submission is a woman should know her place and let the man do this and do that, right? When I think of a submissive I'm not even gonna give it a definition because I don't really I don't really subject to that kind of stuff, right? Like I know I just said I could be, when I say submissive, I can just be kind of, when I say submissive, I don't mean like, I can just be kind of, I can take a step back. I can be, observant. I can be quiet. I'm a quiet, a quiet person. That's what I mean when I say, I don't mean like, oh, baby, what do you want me to do? Like, you want me to suck your dick? You want me to clean the house? You want me to wash your drawers? Like, that's what I feel like when these men say to the women, are you submissive? That's the only thing that I think of when they say that. Like, that's what I think these men feel that submission is. You shouldn't bow down at my feet. Like I said, suck my dick when I ask you to suck it. Let me hit it when I want to hit it. That's what it gives to me. And you guys can tell me if that's what you guys get when most of these men say on this show, alpha male and submissive. Most men who say submissive, I typically think that most men who say submissive mean in the bedroom or around the house, submitting to me to do what I need you to do around the house. That is what I get when I hear submission from most men. And I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, right? Now, Andre, he kept asking, would you date an ugly man? I'm like, you must think you ugly because you keep asking this question a lot, right? So we got 2 solo dates in this episode, and these were the only solo dates that we saw. Blake and Tony. No, not Blake and Tony. Blake and Tony are men. Well, I guess I could say Blake and Tony, they had dates with Z and with Marcia. So Tony is out with Marcia and Blake was out with Z. And I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I hated both of these dates for different reasons, right? And I'm not gonna even talk about the dates. I'm just gonna talk about why I hate the dates, right? Blake. The reason why I hated Blake's date with Z, granted when Z came in, she was very awkward, and that's fine. If you notice that she's awkward, do something that will lighten the mood and just make her feel relaxed and free, right? He didn't do anything of that nature. He grilled her as if this was an interview. I was like, that's not, so I want to know more about you. I know about your family. I know about your friends. I want to know more about you. That's not how you that's not even how you have a conversation. Like, do you work out? What do you do? Like, that's not how you have a conversation with somebody. A conversation should just flow naturally, right? You can just say, start out by saying, you look beautiful. Oh, thank you. So do you. So, how was your day today? I had a really good day today. I did this, I did that. Then there's a way you can ask a question of a person and it doesn't seem like you're interviewing them or grilling them. You could be like, so I see that you're wearing black. Is that your favorite color? Like, is that your favorite color? No, my favorite color is actually, blue. But, I just had this nice little black dress in the closet and I just want to wear it today. Oh, okay, so you like blue. Cool. Like, that's how a conversation can flow. You just you find things, little things. Oh, or even with the dinner that you're eating. So I see you. So, what kind of food? Like, you can ask, like, what kind of, is this a place that you typically, like, do you come to places like this often? Like, what's your favorite, what kind of, so it could be like, So if I wanted to just surprise you at the blue, like, right, what kind of restaurants do you typically like to go to? What's your favorite food? You know, what's your favorite drink? Like, if just saying, like, I want to surprise you, but he didn't do that. You know, what's your favorite color? Okay, your favorite color is blue. What time do you go to sleep? Like, it was just the way he was asking those questions. It's like, it's interviews. You're giving interviews. You're interviewing this woman. You're not literally trying to get to know her. Just let the conversation, even if it comes out awkward, let it come out awkward. But he was grilling the shit out of that woman, and I just did not like it, right? And she didn't either, right? Now, over to Tony and Marcia. Marcia, you think that he's a player, and I'm telling you, he is a player, and he's running game on you. Let me pray with you. Girl, he's just doing that because he knows that you like a man of God. Tony is running GAME on your ass. Period, point blank. I know that these men are going to hate my black ass by the end of the season. I don't give a damn. I see right through their bullshit. Oh, Jesus. Let's pause here and move forward, you guys. So, you guys, the ladies, they went on a group date with Mark Anthony and with Febreze. Now, initially, I didn't look at Mark Anthony and I didn't see it. But now that I'm looking at him a little bit more, he's giving me very much so cocky. And Mark Anthony and Febreze is giving an old, nasty ass, grabby ass grandpa. Because that man kept talking about sex. Next question is, where in the hell did Sue-Ann come from? We didn't see her in last week's episode, but we see her this episode, and she's talking about sex. I'm like, girl, go away. I couldn't have cared any less about that group date with the ladies because it just didn't give me anything. Because like I said, I feel like Mark Anthony is cocky, and I feel like old ass Paw is too sexual. The Gentleman's Lounge. Child, it was at a church, and there's a bar in the church. I'm like, well, yeah, I guess, right? So the men discuss who they like, and Tommy hit them with a twist, right? So there's a second chance lifeline this season. So how it works is the men have to unanimously decide that one woman is worthy of a second chance, right? But they can only use it once. So once you use it, it's over. It's null and void, right? So what if you're going to give that same option to the women? Please, for the love of God, do not give that same option to the women. Because the men this season are nothing. So we see the eliminates, and it was Blake and Z, and I believe it was Tony and if it wasn't Tony, it was Mark. No, it was Tony. I think it was Tony. Somebody went out on a date with hell, I don't know who it was. Somebody went out on a date with Corvette, whatever the hell her name is. But in the end, they sent home Z. Bye, Z. Pretty girl, terrible makeup. But I didn't think her match was here, and it damn sure wasn't Blake. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section below, you guys. Subscribe to the channel and turn your post notifications on. Share the video, you guys. And until the next time, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next one.